too late. He's here. Before we get into the episode, make sure you go to darkhandart.com. That's DARKHANDART.com. Make sure to like and subscribe us on youtube.com at WShamz. It's WSHAMZ. And we have a Facebook group, I Am Darkside. Go join it and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Speaker Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Jail Savan. It's JIOSAAVN. And special thanks to the Chancellor for liking and commenting on our YouTube channel, and follow him at youtube.com at COTHFOTMEOO. Now back to the episode. What's up, cuz?
I would top off all
your boy Doppelgänger. I'm out here. You know who I'm with, the bro host, that nigga.
Trying to top off all the sides.
Topping off all the sides. That's what he do.
Top off all the
sides. Top it off, teeth right.
I think that's what he said.
All the
you heard what Jay said. What? Love Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle. Well, yeah, we talk about them Dr. Doolittle gangers and doppelgangers now.
Doppelgangers that do little.
Man, it's some German shit. What is it? It's a doppelganger. DOPPELGA. I don't know what the damn little asterisk thingy above it is. NGEAR. My ass. The spelling of the spells. Oh my god. Sometimes spelled as doppelganger. DOPPELGAENGER. Or doppelganger. DOPPELGANGER. Is a biological, unrelated lookalike, or a double of a living person. In fiction and mythology, a doppelganger is often portrayed as a ghostly or paranormal phenomenon, and usually seen as a harbinger of bad luck. Other traditions and stories equate a doppelganger with an evil twin. In modern times, the term twin stranger is usually used. Stranger.
He
got stranger.
I got a little bit to say. It said that sinners harbinger of bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Other traditions and stories equate doppelganger to evil twin. In modern times, they see them as a twin stranger. How, if you wasn't born with a twin, can you see a twin?
Nah, they saying that's what it is.
The question. It's literally like almost a riddle in my mind because I'm almost
probably saying that everybody got one.
Yes. Go to the mirror. Go to the mirror. Go to the mirror.
All the time.
Go to the.
That's what they saying. That's where the motherfuckers be coming from. Some people say.
Damn it! There's something weird about this thing. Just said that. Spend time in front of the thing, just like everything else.
That's why I don't even like the mirror like that. But
I'm weird about them.
Anyway, this is Dante Gabriel Rossetti. The painting, How They Met Themselves, watercolor, 1864. So I guess the bitch fell out like, what the fuck? She myself. Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, she fell out. Hold up. My arms out, fall out.
I'm gonna tell you I like
nigga, like, is you me as long as you?
I hate
that's
like
watercolor
at the same time. Because
well, yeah.
It's to say that Boy, what's the
get
focus?
faded.
What the fuck is the focus?
It's about on doppelgangers or the painting.
The painting in itself. The doppelganger is showing what? I see that it's supposed to be a mirror effect, if you will.
I look like it.
To say that I can't remember, and I'm not trying to get too far off, but it was like a doppelganger. It was like, I can't remember the movie, but the chick she basically got stuck in a mirror. She basically did some things to where her mirror self told her, like, "Alright, girl, I can get you hard. What the fuck? Come on.
Make her get stiff.
I can get you hard. Come on, what's up?" And she got stuck in a mirror. And her other one, I can't remember what the hell it was.
And she was all smiley, grinny.
She was cracked. Yes, bro. It was.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't
know the name of it, but I think I know what you're talking about.
It's recent though, but I did say that the doppelganger thing is.
Doppelganger? What the fuck?
I can say that some people, how like I played the game, and it'd be like make a generic person. I swear to God, some people fit that bill.
Man,
like so generic.
Motherfucking, what we call it when we said earlier, the empty husk, the shell. But bro, I was watching earlier that motherfucking Billy Carson talking about when he talking about those tablets. They was talking about where James Cameron got the idea for Avatar from. I was like, bro, they hide the knowledge. That nigga keep talking about sacred knowledge.
Can't lie to you.
Hidden knowledge. He said, man, they said that in those things, he said they were saying they was possessing bodies. He said, no, they was growing their own bodies and putting their consciousness in it. I was like, damn. I was like, that's where a lot of that Hollywood shit come from.
It doesn't make sense.
Like, you watch movies.
No, would they be like, oh, I had to become the character.
Yep.
Okay, I heard the name.
That's the whole point. When you said Dionysus was the one for the theater and shit, and they talking about motherfuckers possessing bodies and some shit like that. We was watching that shit.
Yeah, nah. I thought no. We was watching that, and they said that what you're saying is they didn't give nobody else credit for the theatrics of emotional arts. Arts, basically.
Yeah, because they all wearing the masks and shit.
The idea is to say that, bro, wherever the mask came from, that laugh, wherever it came from, is to say that it stuck so hard to where that's literally like the symbol for theater. Or I would call it bullshit.
Well, like you said, like that Coliseum shit.
I'm gonna call it bullshit. I'm not saying it's not to say that somebody didn't get hurt. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they did is not believable because it was to make you believe it anyway.
Well, yeah, we got a topic on the doppelgängers. It was a spelling. We just spelled it, motherfucker. This is from the wiki, though. You know, we steal everything from the wiki. They used to cry and say you couldn't use it.
Cite your sources.
So even now you can use it. It's all
Lemmy Winks.
But anyway, the word doppelganger is a long word from the German noun doppelganger, literally meaning double walker. The single and plural forms of the same in German, but English writers usually prefer the plural doppelgangers. In German, there is also a female form, doppelgängerin, and this plural. Damn, they got long. Doppelganger ring. I don't know. I speak it the English. And that's the first known use in a slightly different from doppelganger. I think just changed it all kind of. Anyway, occurs in the novel. C. Von Koss, 1797 by Jean Paul, in which he explains his newly coined word in a footnote. The word doppelganger also meant a plural. Appears in the novel, but with a different meaning. In German, the word is written as usual with German nouns with an initial capital letter, doppelganger. In English, the word is generally written with a lower case letter, and the umlaut on the letter A is usually dropped. Doppelganger. So it's called an omelette. That's what it said. Omelette.
You talking about like
that double thing above the A. Doppelganger.
It look like an omelet.
Doppelgänger. I'm trying to speak it like a German. Let's see.
Your tongue gotta work that way.
I said, yeah, my tongue, I ain't got that.
She crazy.
That adaptation, nigga, like we say.
What's crazy is to say that we do it accidentally and don't know. Sometimes
and accents and all that shit.
We be bullshitting and sometimes we actually be speaking something else.
Yep.
Because it's almost too natural, but we don't know how to put it together to make sense. Boy, you thought that was your shit? Somebody else got that?
Somebody, that's all come from the source.
Come on, man.
It said the mythology English speakers have only recently appealed. Tell you. Why is on reads? We gonna get a motherfucking speak, what's it called, text and talk. And this motherfucker, cause my ass is readable. Anyway, applied this German word to paranormal concept. Francis Gross provincial glossary of 1787 used the term fetch, instead defined as the apparition of a person living. A fetch? Anyway, Catherine Crow's book on paranormal phenomena, The Night Side of Nature, 1848, helped make the German word well known. However, the concept of alter egos and double spirits has appeared in the folklore, myths, religious concepts, and traditions of many cultures throughout human history. In ancient Egypt mythology, a ka was a tangible spirit double, having the same memories and feelings as the person to whom the counterpart belongs. The Greek princess presents, you know how that fucking English work. An Egyptian view of Trojan War, in which a ka of Helen, they said Helen of Troy, I guess, misleads Paris, helping to stop the war. This mimic, I guess, sense also appears in Euripides. I guess it's Euripides. Play hell. Okay, Euripides. I don't know nothing about the play. I don't fuck with theater like that. But anyway, play Helen, and in Norse mythology, Verdur. Gotta have that tongue for it. Is ghostly double who is seen performing the person actions in advance. The Finnish mythology, this pattern is described as having an itinerant, a first comer. In Joseph Wright's English dialect dictionary, it was listed as a North country term and as obsolete. So it's from the Norsemen. That's what they call them, Norsemen.
Almost like the
so that's it. That's what the German got more of the.
It's like Viking almost.
That's Viking, Norse. The Norsemen, Danish.
And I know they had
the Danes. They call them Danes.
Yeah, I know.
That's why them Danish.
Most motherfuckers be tripping.
Yeah, but they were all Norse. It's just they all came at different times. The motherfuckers came and took over different areas because it was already taken over by the British and the English. They getting their ass whooped. So their churches kept getting hit. Niggas was getting that gold. We said, nigga, them churches ain't got no soldiers. It's just a bunch of mumps in that bitch. We taking over. Just what's his name? Ragnar Lothbrok? I don't know all about that shit.
That's like the most famous name.
Ragnar.
I swear.
That's what I said. Ragnarsons. That's what I said. All the son. That's what that people's son of.
It was a piece of
him and all
land somewhere.
He just wanted to be a farmer. Nigga, I'm just trying to get out the cold. It's too cold up there. We can't go on no craps. I'm trying to feed my crabs. Motherfuckers shit. That's all he was trying to do. But all his other peoples, you don't know what they on. Like, nigga, I ain't with them. I'm them.
No,
but hey. I don't know what they on.
Beyond not know what they on.
He said, man, just give me what y'all on. He said he came with his he came with his people. About the first dude up. He said, man, hey, stop fussing me up. If I give you some land, he tough on me up. He said, that's all I want. I just want some land. I can go some crabs. But then niggas went back on their word.
Just so that you can. What they homie say when he was reading this little shit when we was listening to him? He said, before you fuck him up, what you gotta do?
Talk to him?
Basically, hey.
They always do.
No,
I noticed that.
This is weird. Why? Because everybody going to battle. Everybody going to battle, praying to the same God, and somebody got to die. I'm the fact. Wait, hold up. Wait, time out.
Okay, tell me, bro.
I'm not the doppelgänger.
It's my fucking chessboard.
My doppelganger ain't out here. Y'all tripping.
That's why I like chess and go and all that shit. Cause
y'all tell me we praying to the same God, but one of us got to die where it don't make sense to say that. I thought he loved all of us.
But he got chosen, bro.
Oh my G, how he?
You got chosen people.
Human traits.
Human trait ass nigga. Like damn.
What kind of personification is that? The fuck?
Personifications.
Oh man.
What the fuck is this about?
They be they be naming hurricanes and shit. Never mind. Get the doppelgangers.
The doppelganger. What's that nigga name? John Donne. The examples of doppelganger. John Donne said, what's his name? Isaac Walton claimed that John Donne, the English metaphysical. How the hell is you a metaphysical poet? I don't give whatever.
You get ordained at this shit.
Saw his wife's doppelganger in 1612 in Paris on the same night as the stillbirth of their daughter. Damn. This account first appears in the edition of Life of Dr. Rizvan Rising. Kind of fucking, he German too, Dr. Rizvan Rising. Published in 1675. You got to. He said,
you got to. You said stupid. You said slow. You
bro, you sound like he was retarded. Like,
boy, who are you talking to?
You got mental, man.
Talk about red vines or by who?
And is attributed to a person of honor, told with such circumstances and such certification. Oh man, I'm just.
Where you at?
Asseveration that I verily believe he that told it to me did himself believe it to be true. That's like motherfucking Bible speak. Oh my God, that's why I was reading.
Okay, I see you.
Bro, what the fuck was y'all?
No, that's why people take
and thank God and
they take all day to break it down because they like, hey, my boy, listen.
Reading the same shit, going back and forth.
I don't talk to nobody that be speaking right here. Why did y'all reiterate it?
Books.
Why did you remake this for it to still speak like this,
bro? You retarded shit.
You still listen.
Why are we jumping around the Bible? Why are we jumping around?
Why are you listen? If I gotta do thy gods, why it ain't the first thy gods that ever was written? Don't rewrite thy gods, and I gotta keep thy God. And like my boy, speak to me how we talk now. If you gonna keep revising shit,
that's how you can revise everything else.
Goddamn.
Revise every fucking thing else. Why can't?
All I'm trying to say is that I ain't even attacking nobody, but please let it make sense if I got that question. I would never ask a question that don't make sense because I can't think about it if it makes sense. That's it. I can't make a question. Hey, it don't make sense. Don't worry about it.
I guess it's supposed to be some kind of, I don't know if it's a story or something about what John Donne said, but it said 2 days after their arrival there, Mr. Donne was left alone in that room in which Sir Robert and he and some other friends had dinner together. To this place Sir Robert returned in half an hour, and as he left, so he found Mr. Donne alone, but in such ecstasy and so altered as to his looks, as amazed Sir Robert to behold him. This is just like talking like that I read that Raven shit, but anyway, and amazed him so behold him this, and it's this shit. And so I keep running into this bullshit. So Don was not able to make a present answer. That's what we trying to sound like.
He was victim on his last
I'm retarded and shit. And like, what? I'm reading motherfucking old ass shit. Shut up, get out of my house. I got beat up. But after a long reflection pause, did at last say, I have seen a dreadful vision since I saw you. I have seen my dear wife pass twice down by me through this room with her hair hanging about her shoulders and a dead child in her arms. This I have seen since I saw you. To which Sir Robert replies, Sir, sure, sir, you have slept since I saw you, and this is a result of some melancholy dream which I desire you to forget. for you are now awake. To which Mr. Donas, let me change the nigga's name, replied as, I cannot be sure that I now live than that I have not slept since I saw you, and I am assured that at her second appearing, she stopped, looked in my face, and vanished. R.C. Ball and R.E. Bennett questioned the veracity of Walton's account. I be trying to make sure I read this shit right. You know what I'm saying? You sound out like you motherfucker retarded and shit. Because how they said that shit, nigga, that's like that goddamn how other people try to say Edgar Allan Poe didn't write it, but motherfucker changed the history books.
Say it like this: if you explain something, don't you riddle it. Don't you goddamn riddle it. Just tell me exactly what you gotta say in a way that I can understand.
Man, the nigga
don't make it seem like I gotta be like, now what did he say? I'm supposed to listen to him. Listen, I sound like he's still trying to convince himself because he's saying riddles.
It was Lord thy God.
Come on now.
What the nigga named Percy Bysshe Shelley? Percy Bysshe Shelley. I could say Bish. He said, man, Bish Shelley. But guys, damn, these people and their names and then how they speak, they just want me to say Lord thy God all day in his ass. Fuck. On July 8, 1822, the English poet Percy Bysshe Shelley drowned in the Bay of Spezia near Larisi in Italy. Damn, on October 15th, while staying at Pisa. Percy's wife, Mary Shelley. So that's the author and editor, yo. The Frankenstein wrote a letter to Maria Gisborne, in which she relayed Percy's claims to her that he had met his own doppelgänger. A week after Mary's nearly fatal miscarriage, in the early hours of June 23rd, Percy had a nightmare about how did that even make sense? House collapsing in a flood, and also that's crazy. I'm gonna wait to read that part though. Because goddamn, that's gonna be Lord thy God minute. So that was his wife. He was talking about the doppelganger. His name is Shelley.
Okay, we're gonna back up just a little bit. Not to say you back up, but homie said, "How can I be sure?" You said, okay, whatever, because now you awake. Blah, blah, blah. Homie said, how the fuck can I be sure I'm awake? How I know that? I don't know nothing. I'm almost like every time I feel like I'm supposed to do it, I'm just gonna do it so I can be sure that I did it.
Well, how's that be sure? If sleep away. Because the Lord thy God said,
bruh. He said, "Oh, I can't fuss with you.
Hit them shits.
I can't fuss with you no more. I can't fuss with you no more because now you is away." So, and once again, it goes back to what I kept trying to, in a way, reiterate to say that shit can trick you, but it can't lie to you. It has to get your consent to fucking entertain you. You have to. Did you pay attention?
Paying for it.
That means that in the ideal on when we start breaking shit down, especially in this gay ass language, that is something that's a consent thing. I can tell you, hey, you gotta pay me blah, blah, blah. Does that mean you can't get it? No, I told you if you want to get it from me, you have to give me this.
For the Lord thy God.
Because that's how you're supposed to understand that. I'm so glad I'm blessed.
What about them hungry babies?
Chicken breast.
The hungry babies over there. What about
with the talking it over part?
Oh, sure. You want to read that shit?
I slapped down to the next. I slapped to the 15. I got my glasses on.
Lord thy God.
I got my glasses on.
Oh, you want to? You can twist and shout that to your
I just do it like this. I'm cool with this. Boy, you always trying to be somebody's boss.
Boy, the Lord thy God.
You need to grow your witch up.
So it seems like they always have it. Because the other one was a different dude. It seems like they always have it when a wife have a miscarriage or some shit like that. That's
talking about like a movie type.
Yeah, because the other dude's story,
like a movie
I thought it was the same dude, but I guess it's a different dude.
But no, you read his name. You read the Percy homie, right? This bitch.
This one's Percy.
It's my homie bitch.
But the other one was John Don or some shit.
Don Doon.
I think it was French.
Yeah, he got dudes out there.
You know, this is,
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start right there. Start back up so I can give a little trail off.
Trail from.
Yeah.
It was just starting straight off.
Got you. He told me what to do.
Because he knows that guy.
Talking it over the next morning, he told me that he had many visions lately. He had seen the figure of himself, which met him as he walked on the terrace, and said to him, "How long do you mean to be content?"
That should be telling you, bro.
I don't like that.
Should be crazy.
Never mind. No, I don't like to be reflecting right now.
Those out there.
I don't got no
how long you plan to be?
Bro, something that you
being
feel
calm and
how long you plan to act like you don't know what it is?
Man, I'm a dose, man.
God damn it. Okay. No, very terrific words and certainly not prophetic of what has occurred. But Shelley had often seen these figures when ill. But the strangest thing is that Mrs. Williams saw him. Now Jane, though a woman of sensibility, has not much imagination and is not in the slightest degree nervous, neither in dreams or otherwise. She was standing one day, the day before I was taken ill, June 15th, at a window that looked on the terrace with Trelawney? That's Trey and Lon.
Trelawney, I guess.
Trey with a Y. That's Trelawney. Trelawney.
Oh, you got to, that sounds like some hood ass name.
You hear me? Put it together.
Terrace and Trelawney.
Okay, let me make sure I don't say the same thing.
Was.
Yep, it was day. She saw as she thought Shelley passed by the window, as often was then. Without a coat or jacket, he passed again. Now as he passed both times the same way, and as from the sides toward which he went each time, there was no way to get back except past the window again, except over a wall 20 feet from the ground. She was struck at seeing him pass twice thus, and looked out, and seeing him no more, she cried, "Good God, can Shelley have leapt from the wall? Where could he have been gone?" Shelley said, Trelawney.
Yeah.
Trelawney.
That crazy ass name.
Yeah, got him. No, Shelley has passed. What do you mean? Trelawney says as that she trembled exceedingly when she heard this, and proved indeed that Shelley had never been on the terrace and was far off at the time she saw him.
That shit crazy. I'm telling you, bro, how they talk. They fuck you up every time. I said, shit, last little bit. I'll take my commercial break. Actually, I can read it. It said Percy's, Shelley's drama, Prometheus Unbound, 1820, contains the following passage in Act 1. Air Babylon with dust. The fuck? The Magus Zoroaster, my dead child, met his own image walking in the garden. The apparition soul of man he saw. For now there are two worlds of life and death, one that which thou beholdest, but the other is underneath the grave, where do inhabit the shadows of all forms that think and live till death unite them, and thy part no more. I'm telling you, bro.
Before you go to your break,
my question is this. Like that.
My question is this, bro. How are you dying to live somewhere else?
I don't even know.
You die to go live either in heaven or in hell? I thought you were dead.
You dead. Yeah, those man, I keep telling you.
How are you dead to go live somewhere else forever?
I don't even know. That lets you know motherfuckers must know something.
It just say that why y'all twisting the fucking shit. Okay. I gotta tell y'all something. Even if I put it in riddles, it's up to you to decipher it.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and deal with me a commercial with, that's some sponsors. Anyway.
Become my apprentice. Learn to use the dark side.
Hey, bro, learn use that Bob side, bro.
Bob stream.
Yeah, I'm showing on my Bob stream.
You got cash your ways.
Cash your ways.
Playlist got the cash two ways.
Well, that's gonna be part 2 of this shit, cause bro, this shit so damn long. Doppelgängers. We got motherfuckers named John Wolfgang von Goethe. Von Ghost. They pray too much with all this.
I be trying to remember the basic English they tried to
learn it from Bob side.
I be like, hey, all the extra cute words y'all use, I know them, but don't use those.
I don't use that shit.
Use that basic ass.
It was like when you learn damn Spanish and shit in school, it's just a proper Spanish, then you talk to you Mexican homies looking like, nigga, what you talking about that?
Bro, it's just almost like, not to get away from Bible again, it's like this. When I started seeing, I seen that little whatever, and I told you the highest number that I even paid attention to, I said, now who in the living earth need to know that number?
It's about the algebra or just numbers?
No, it was they were shorting motherfucker to say that.
It's about the, bro, with the decimals and...
It was octillion and something. Bruh.
Octillions.
Bruh.
Who crocodilians?
My doppelgänger don't know nothing about crocodilians.
Yeah, I remember that shit, bro. I don't know what you're talking about now. You said that, I was like, yeah. I remember that.
Idea.
Like, what the fuck?
What? Why?
When you use the Bob side? I thought.
Y'all can find doppelgängers, but y'all can't find planes that actually got. Never mind.
Crazy shit. Now they talking about we can go all in Mars and talk to the rovers and land, but you can't get the lose the signal on Earth, huh? You might now. Okay, but doppelgangers, yeah.
Send my doppelganger.
Yeah, that shit crazy. You be all day with that shit, bro. Could make some sense.
They hard.
That's near the end of the book. Was it 10, 11? I guess that's 11 of his autobiography. Dustung on Rohi, Poetry and Truth. Dustung on Worship. I don't speak of that. Ghost wrote almost in passing. Oh my God, they gonna make me speak it. That was that guy shit again, bro.
Get your
amid all this pressure and confusion, I could not forgo seeing Frederica once more. Those are painful days, the memory of which has not remained with me. When I reached her, my hand from my horse, the tears stood in her eyes, and I felt very uneasy. I now rode along the footpath toward Drusenheim.
Silly.
Her, and here I said her, and her on, say it again. Smart ass, can I read, please? And here, one of the most singular beholders not took possession of me. There we go, taking bodies. I saw not with the eyes of the body, but those of the mind. My own figure coming toward me on horseback and in the same robe, attired in a dress which I had never worn. It was pike gray, green. It's almost like English. With somewhat of gold. As soon as I shook myself out of his dream, the figure had entirely disappeared. It is strange, however, that 8 years afterwards, I found myself on the very road to pay one more attention. Visit to Frederica, trying to get some of that puddings in the dress of which I had dreamed and which I wore, not from choice but by accident. However, it may be matters of kind. Generally, this strange illusion in some measure calmed me at the moment of parting, the pain of quitting, for never noble Alcestis, I don't know, with all I had gained in it was softened, and having at last escaped the excitement of a farewell, I, on a peaceful, quiet journey, pretty well regained my self-possession. Like I said, a lot of the people that always seem to say that shit with the doppelgangers, it's like they sing they self, like it seem like future shit, and then one day they come up that they see they self going back. It would be the past one seeing shit be crazy.
Is it like a deja vu
type thing? It would seem to me.
Or is it like
it seemed like it was like
listen, is it a deja vu?
I think it's like a crossover of motherfucking. I think both. It seems like it's all that shit. It seems like it's like a harbinger of something bad going to happen, or something of
I know why I said this because it's just
what they call it, cross. What they call that stupid shit, that damn MCU shit now. What the fuck is the different
multiverse type shit? That type shit.
Might be a crossover with some past, present. Cause like you seen yourself of the future, then you said the future yourself later on. I seen myself.
I accept that until we start asking who else seen it.
I think it's just himself seeing him.
See, that's where it get confusing.
Yep.
Nobody else seen it but me. But then like, hold on, wait. Where's they trying to say? You broke the barrier. You in the joint now. Do it again, or you gonna lose your mind.
You do the thing.
You gonna see this. You can make multiple doppelgangers. You can make all the
doppelgangers you want.
Hey, you can pull.
But when that push come out,
hey, you understand where you at now? Man, it's gonna do that thing to you. Show you how bitch come down the slide.
You satisfied, fat bitch. How you doing?
How you doing? Come here, Orbit.
And like he was just,
he was just tortured.
I was like, ugh. Even just watch it just first through that. How you doing?
Not even to get off Bobby Gates, but let me tell you what made me kind of mad. I was like, hold on, did he play Tespusa so good? I thought he was really getting tortured by himself.
Bro, that shit crazy.
What?
Doppelgangers.
God damn, y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all good. Look.
That's that damn Dionysus.
How you doing?
Oh my God, read this shit. I'm sick after all that. That's what's her name? Emily Seguin.
That crazy.
You can read one for the doppelgangers. Or Emily Seguin. I don't know if it's African, French. Seguin. Emily
Seguin, a French teacher working in 1845 in boarding school in what is now Latvia. Yeah. Was alleged to have a doppelganger. The story is reported by Robert Dale Owen. Big O.
With a big ass O. So you can do that max with that. George Tryon.
George Tryon.
That's why you got them crayons.
Did you forget? They hard. I like that. Victorian age example was supposed appearance of Vice Admiral Sir George Tryon.
He got some titles.
Man, listen. He was said to have walked through a drawing room of his family home in Eaton Square, London, looking straight ahead without exchanging a word to anyone, in front of several guests at a party being given by his wife on 22nd of June, 1893, while he was supposed to be in a ship of the Mediterranean squadron, maneuvering off the coast of Syria. Subsequently, it was reported that he had gone down with his ship HMS Victoria. H, is that right? Because I don't know if it's an I between
Her Majesty, His Majesty.
Gotcha. HMS Victoria was very same night after it collided with HMS Camper Down.
You know that's some
American shit.
That's American shit.
I'm a camper down. My
Victoria sound like English and camper down.
I'm a camper toward your damn truck.
Camper down, bro.
Following an unexplained and bizarre order to turn the ship in the direction of the other vessel.
So you can do twin strangers.
It says just a little bit.
Oh, of course, you did it.
Just a little bit. Twin strangers. With the advent of social media, there have been several reported cases of people finding their twin stranger online, a modern term for doppelganger. There are several websites where users can upload photos of themselves and facial recognition software attempts to match with other users of like appearances. Some of these sites reported that they have found numerous of living doppelgangers.
Man, I found mine before the internet was really popping like that. There's one cat I met years ago when I went to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Motherfucker, twin shibbies. Twin shiggies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you got, when you're supposed to be the most strongest one, you can always. I'm not trying to lie to you. Nah, but anyway. I found this nigga, he had the same birthday. We looked like a motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, if it comes down
if
it comes down to be like, hey, boy, we look alike, the same birthday. Certain shit to where I be like, nah, I'm not accepting this.
Well, shit was crazy.
One of us gotta go. Okay, because I'm not accepting this. Why you come around me? Why the hell you want to listen? Look like me and have my stuff? What are you doing? Don't do that. Go over there. There's more a lot of spaces like I tell the bugs.
I'm facing something.
I tell the bugs, hey, why you in my face with all this space out here to fly? Fuck. Hey, my boy, all this space to live, go over there. Don't be over here by me looking like me.
One live, stay over there. I'm facing something.
By me looking like me, I'm not cool with that, yo.
That shit crazy.
I'm walking here.
Fucking over here.
I'm fucking walking.
Over here.
Fucking.
You're not doing that. You're not fucking. If you what do you how the nigga say? If you think about you fucking, you ain't fucking.
I just want to call that.
He said, you making the pie.
He said, hey, am I fucking? No, you fussy. I don't know. You probably fussy.
You gotta ask if you fussy.
Hey, like that. If you ask, you gotta fussy. You ain't fussy. Next caller.
Next caller.
Nah, you ain't fussy.
That's what. Was it fussing? Nah, it's baking the pie.
You definitely fussy.
That's
he was cool as hell.
I don't know. That little time, I guess.
No, he doesn't say that.
That's why you don't want to. That's why you don't want to get all so famous bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's gonna water you down.
It dictates you. Yes, it dictates. Your now financial how you feed your peoples. It's gonna start dictating that.
Like a motherfucker.
Why? Because if you start accepting certain things, you gotta abide by what it is to say, man. And you be like, well, I don't like them no more for real, because I don't know what they ain't on nothing but they contracts say.
Yup, we gonna continue Bobby Gangers. We gonna continue that one just cause that shit got live. That shit, there's a lot of reports on that bullshit though. Get you some Bobbly Ganger and Dangers and Bangers and fuck. I don't know, you know I can't grab him. You don't get me trying to grab. Be like, that nigga Chuck.
So like the doppelganger is like the same idea. It's like almost like yo, Zach right now, you. Because remember that other doppelganger man his old self.
Yep. That one I want to do. That was. I think that was more. They tried to say that was more the what they call it.
They better stop playing.
Tom Luke shit.
I'm about to slap.
He said later on in the future, this shit was crazy.
Bro, that shit crazy.
So how you say it?
Yeah, you just.
Sarah myself. Gotta Sarah myself. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get so chill mode. Look up the wdarkhandart.com. See, these motherfuckers be so smart, they can't, they don't remember. They own script.
Out here. Get down what they talking about.
Yeah, it still got time,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
still see me
You see, I be bobbing
whipping that tang.
with that tang out.
Give me some of that Pepsi Cola Cola.
Color, Pepsi AC.
That Pepsi Coca-Cola. What you talking about? Pepsi
We're shot in there. Yeah, baby, we had that Tecardi, you know, Tecardi Lemon, now. Filet mignon.
Wherever it is,
Man, filet mignon for so long, my ass thought it was some damn Chinese, some shit. What is filet mignon?
I must even know what's going on.
Man.
I just do whatever it feels right.
Filet mignon, some meeps.
Did you do it? I think so. Why you asking me? What you know?
Did you fetch her?
There you go. That's what it is. I'm trying to judge my fuck is you doing it. You ain't doing it. I don't care. You can't tell me what it is. So you ain't doing it either. So.
But yeah, like I said, we on everywhere. Can like some shit and describe and all this. Cause man, this shit
on fleek.
takes on fleek time. This is interrupt my fleek time. So man, you know, go like us everywhere. You know, wherever you listen to this shit at.
My bad. Put a booty. Find a booty. Put it on fleek.
Put it on fleek. It's really more important. Booty's mine. Booty's me. You cannot have boutiques.
Find a booty. Put it on.
Choice is yours.